Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Flying Alaska with me, Mihard37. So, we're here in Pilot Station, Alaska, Flash, and in this episode we are going to be going to Homer, Alaska. We have scenery for Homer, so I thought we would go there. I wanted to also go after this episode. We're going to go down to Dutch Harbor, Alaska, which I can't remember. It's not actually Dutch Harbor. Dutch Harbor is the name of the harbor. Unalaska, I think, or something like that, is the actual, I guess, town or city that it's in. So I do want to go there, probably after this episode. Anyhow, let's go ahead and, actually, we need to go to FS Passengers. Change our company over to Air Alaska. Alright, we'll go ahead and start this up. 10 passengers. Alright, I'm gonna put maybe 50% fuel, just to make sure we have enough. Alright, got all of our passengers. Oh, we can't put as much cargo in here, really? I can't remember how much fuel this thing holds, but it must be quite a lot. What happens if I take that to 375 and move this back? Alright, that'll work. Alright, 375 in each. Go ahead and set the type to a normal flight. And set the destination, just PAHO for Homer.
Destination set.
By the way, pilot station is 0AK. So we'll load it up, call all of our people. Alright, move this up. They're not scared yet, that's about a first. Put their belts on. Go down here. Alright, battery goes on, put the generator on, fuel boost can go on. Try and start this up. Nav, overhead beacon. I hope I got that before it actually started up. I don't know. Might get dinged for that. I hope not. Move that all the way up. Alright. Ignition or starter goes off and fuel boost you go off. Fuel boost for the right, generator, starter. And right as I hit to start up that left one, I remembered nav and beacon. I hope we got that up. Alright, sounds like the right one's going. I didn't know if that right one was going to start there for a second. Starter and fuel boost cut off for that. Avionics bus. Alright. See, I think it was an avionics air conditioner just in case it's hot. You can turn. I don't quite know for that really. Prop heat. Surface goes to auto. Pitot heat. Stall vane. I don't know if we should turn the governors on or off. No one's really said anything about that, so I'm not too sure about the governors. Alright. We're also going to open up the cowlings. Man, I got this static from the audio again. Alright, so those are open. We'll bring back the yoke. We'll get on ATC here. Alright, we're basically going to the east. There we go. Now, for our runway 7 or 25, we'll go runway 7. Going to the east, which is basically straight out. I'm not sure how high we're going to go. Flight Planner was suggesting 13.5. If I remember correctly, this airplane is not pressurized, so I'm going to go 11.5. If we have to go up for a second, we'll go up for a second. See, I bet this thing won't even know that FS Fashion won't recognize that we have oxygen, though. So hopefully it'll just be like I had a flight the other day. It said 13.5, but it was only because there was one single mountaintop. I stayed at actually 11.5, I think actually, and we were well above everything else. There was just one single mountaintop on our way, but I was able to get away with that, not going all the way up. Just make sure we don't have to turn anything else on. I believe the runway is over to our right. It's right behind us. Alright. Parking brake goes off. We'll start pushback. Not sure of the exact distance. It looks like 361. Yeah, 361. So not horribly far. Might be further than some of our a bunch of our flights in Air Alaska, flying Alaska. All right, we'll go ahead and stop the pushback. Let's get our taxi light. There we go. Parking brake is off again. Go ahead and go over. I don't know. We should probably turn the lights on inside. Okay, so we're going to taxi over to the right, but before we enter the runway, I will go ahead and turn the lights on. This should be good enough right there. We also need to announce that we're going to... Daggone it, did I... Yeah, I already said that. I should have said taxi to the runway. Daggone it. Landing lights are on. Anti-collision comes on. Yeah, I should have said taxi to the runway. That's what I thought I was doing. Alright, so... It's a short runway. I'm going to put actually 2 notches of flaps. Make sure we get up in the air. These little gravel runways. Homer is not though. Homer is a pretty nice airport. It's got paved runways. I went there in FS Passengers as well. Now that we're flying just in Alaska with this one, we go there several times maybe. I've left most of my Alaska stuff installed. I usually don't do that kind of stuff, but since we're going to be flying all over Alaska, going to different airports all the time, sometimes we go to the same airport, so I haven't been uninstalling all that stuff and leaving it in. Weird flashes like that. I don't know what the heck's going on. Alright, we're stopped. Just make sure we got... I'm going to go ahead and turn the prop heat off for takeoff. Alright, these are full forward. Alright, I'm going to hold in the brakes as we accelerate. Increase the thrust. Off we go. Airspeed's alive. We need to get up to speed in a hurry. 80 knots now. I'm gonna have to pull back. We gotta get up. Wow, at the last second. Wow. Gears coming up. We shouldn't have come in here 100 or left at 100%. That we got up in the absolute nick of time. Wow. Retracted 1 notch off laps. That was a close call. I really didn't know if we were gonna get up there because I kept watching the airspeed. I was like, we don't have much further. She started accelerating really quick, but it seemed like it kind of slowed down there for a little bit. Alright, flaps are fully retracted now. Pick up some airspeed. And that nose back up though. That was crazy. Should not have done that. That small runway should have come loaded up to 100%. Alright, we're on GPS right there. Go ahead and set our autopilot. Nav. I don't know what soft right is. Does that have something to do with the banking? Come on now. I let go of the stick and wanted to go straight down. So go for vertical. Use our vertical speed. Go 1,200 feet a minute. Just make sure our airspeed keeps up. Kind of like that pop out. Still take a look outside. Got a little too far. I can't even see the runway. It's so small. And just everything frozen. I set the time to like 9:40. It said it was going to be kind of nightish, but it actually looks a little more light out than I thought. Yeah, we've already lost our airspeed. So because of that, I'm actually going to decrease our vertical speed as well. Because we'll never know we're going to stall if we did stall. So it would be too late. So we'll go ahead and change that. But we'll go on up to 11.5. Hopefully we'll be above the clouds and we'll be able to see anything if there is anything in our way. Stupid static. It seems to happen a lot in this plane. I don't know why that is either. Alright. 356 miles. It says about 3 hours, of course, when we get up to our cruising altitude. It won't take near as long. Let's turn off our taxi light. I'm going to turn the prop heat on because this plane will ice up. Yeah, hopefully we get above these clouds. Just across 3,000 right there. It's got another 8,500 feet to go. Hopefully it all goes well. We can close the cowlings now. That'll probably help a little bit with the drag. There we go. Heck, as cold as the air is, I don't even know if you would really need them open in Alaska. Kind of checking the gauges. The only thing is the prop always is in the red, but our torque and you see the RPMs and everything is always in the green. It's just daggone prop RPMs. Alright, well, we're well on our way, so might as well go ahead, since there's nothing to see. Might as well go ahead and speed it up, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
descending below 10,000.
Alright, everybody, just slowed it down to normal speed. We're 30 miles out. So let's go hit up Homer. PAHO. Tuned into the traffic. Select a runway for a landing. 4 or 22. So it looks like it would be 4. Just a little out to our west. Or out to the north, really. Now it'll be a full stop landing, and we'll go ahead and announce our position.
Papa Alpha Hotel Oscar traffic Foxtrot 0038 is 29 miles northwest 7,100 inbound to land runway 4.
Alright, so I just sped our descent up to 800 feet a minute. Let's go ahead and look at the map real quick. Alright, so runway 4, well, that's not the right one. We're going to have to zoom in here. There we go, PAHO 4, its elevation only is 74 feet, and runway 4 does have ILS 109.3. 109.3. I'm going to also go over to our autopilot, change our heading a little bit, switch over to heading. Alright, so let's get our ILS in here. 109.3, there's 3. 109, switch that up, do the same down here. 109.3. Let's see if there's any procedures. There probably is an approach for 4, I would imagine. Nah. Screw it, doesn't matter. Alright. 25 miles out. I'm going to add a little bit of thrust. And we might have to go out to towards the south just a little bit. Just cross 6,000 feet. Put this up to 80, and we'll go to 82. Might need to descend a little bit quicker, to be quite honest. So we'll go back to 900 feet a minute on the descent. Sorry about the static. I don't know. It seems to happen in this plane more than any other. It's just by happen chance when it does it. Alright, you can see it right here. There's 4 right there, so we are going to go a little bit more out. Just crossing 5, coming up on 5,200. I want to go out to the south just a little bit more. Actually, I want to go out more than that. I can't remember what the range is. That's 20 miles, I believe. And just a little more to the south. Because I'd like to be over here when we come in for the ILS landing. I'm going to go ahead and get off the thrust just a little bit, so it'll take us longer to get there because we're just now coming up on 4,500 feet. I'm going to turn on the taxi light as well. Right, there's 4,200. I'm going to descend just a little bit quicker to 1,100 feet. Because I want to be at 3,000 feet when we start, but I'm not actually sure exactly how far out we're going to be. Can't remember where I set this thing for. 3,500? So we'll set back to 3,000. Yeah, 1,000 feet a minute. I'm afraid 3,000 might be a little high. Alright, so we'll go to 2,800. And it'll slow it down to 500 feet a minute. Coming up on 3,000, so I'll go ahead and put it to full rich. Increase the thrust just a little bit. Here's our course. Zoom in here. There we go, course. I don't indicated airspeed. Course. How come I can't switch? I don't see the course switching. It says 098. So I don't want to mess with the. Unless it's alright, it shouldn't be. I don't know. I can't freaking switch the course. Just indicated airspeed. I don't know why I can't change the course. It's not the right course, too. Can't remember. Do I need to hit something else before I can get to the course? Don't understand why I can't mess with that. And to be honest, I kind of forget how to use the ILS in this. It's been so long since we've been to an airport with ILS. About to need to cut on over. Maybe that's why I couldn't change course. There we, now we can change our course, and it was 033. Get off the heading and switch over to nav. See if it works. Like I said, it's been a while since I've used it. So I don't know, does the left one not do it? Because as soon as I move the right one over to VOR, I've got all these freaking lines over here. As soon as I hit the right one, it started cutting over. As for our heading, let's go ahead and move that over to the 033. Alright, that's at 033. Slow down just a little bit. See if we... Alright, there. That's why we're not really turning towards it. Not at the approach yet. Alright, I'll go ahead and speed it back up then. I don't know if you would call this the base leg, because we're not really... I don't know. I'm going to announce our position.
Alpha Hotel Oscar traffic Foxtrot 038 is 11 miles southwest 2,800
As soon as I cycled through it and back to VR1, we turn left again. We're about to line up. You can see the runway right there. If anything, we should be below the glide slope. There you can see it coming over. Can't really tell if it's red or white, those lights. It looks like we're high. Definitely looks like we're high. Let's go to vertical speed and descend. We're not that well lined up either. But it's still cutting to the left. Alright, we need to start slowing down. See that alarm. There we go. Still not getting on the glide slope. Just go down to 1,000 feet a minute. Drop the gear. That'll help it slow down as well. The thing that sucks is we don't know our airspeed, of course. We never do in this plane. I think we need to descend even quicker. So we're still not catching up to it. One notch of flaps is out. See, we're descending way too quick. But until we get onto the glide slope, it's not actually that bad. Little notch of flaps coming out. Now we're up pretty much on the glide slope. Come back to 700 feet a minute. Kind of surprised I don't see anything for glide slope. Alright, everything looks good. Alright, we just crossed 1,000 feet. Turn everything off. Alright, so we're at full flaps now. It helped balloon us up a little bit, so we'll get back down. Not a problem. I want to trim this out a little bit better. Cut back on the throttle just a little bit. I have a feeling we might be coming in a little quick. Hard to tell when you're on over the water, though. Trying to, watch everything go by. A lot easier over land. But even in this, I mean, I really do need my airspeed. Completely forgot about that. Concentrating on other things. Alright, off the throttles. Don't know our actual speed. See, we're going too quick, you can tell. We're down here by the runway. When you get close to the runway, you just watch that move and you can really tell. Before that, it's not so easy. Alright, not too bad. Is there a taxiway over here to our right? Yeah, there we go. I struggled getting this scenery working again. I forgot I had to go back to FTX and I think FTX Central and change it back over to North America, or else it won't. It doesn't like to work at all if you don't do that. That is not a taxiway, is it? It is not a taxiway. So apparently, we gotta stay on the runway? That's odd. I thought there was a taxiway. I don't remember this. Because I started up Homer to make sure it worked, and this is not what I remember. I thought there were... I really don't remember this. I'm starting it up. It looks completely different. Subtracting the flaps, by the way. See, that part of the scenery looks familiar from when I first flew in, but when I started up, it did look different than this. Although I'm not sure what runway they started me on. They could have started me at the other end. That could be why. I'm gonna stop and look. Looks like bigger aircraft are over there, so that's where I'm gonna go. Parked over there, I remember the first time I came over here, so it might not be a bad idea to go and park to the right, because I've never seen that. So I'll take a look at that. If there's no parking, then we'll just cross the runway. One way or another, we're going to find somewhere to park. Keep seeing that black and red plane. I wanted to go over and see it. Come on, straighten up. Alright. Stop that. Get our landing lights off. Anti-collision off. I hate how some of them are left click and some are right click. Clear the runway.
Papa Alpha Hotel Oscar traffic Foxtrot 0038 is clear of the runway.
Alright. Is that, I can't tell. It does look like it's smaller than a Dash 8. FedEx truck over there. Chevron truck over to the right. Where do you say we park? I want to go over here to the left. Doesn't seem to be much over here. We'll go park to the left of that. So we'll go to the right of it, over near that fuel truck. I have no idea what that says. Those white letters. Probably says "Do not enter" or something, because we're entering. Yeah, but this looks like a terminal area, so this would be more appropriate for us. Just as long as we don't hit that plane. That can't be a Dash 8, it's way too short. Alright, parking brake comes on. Go ahead and cut our fuel. Avionics bus, you will come off. Surface heat is off, prop heat off. Pitot heat, stall vane. Turn the ignition off. Generators off. I don't know if I got those off or not. Are there... how many positions are on the freaking generators? How'd that one come back on? I don't know. It was weird. Go ahead and open up the doors. Taxi, nav, beacon, you are all off. It's weird. Sometimes it feels like... I don't know. I thought I turned it off the first time. Alright, they're getting out though. I don't know how to open up any of the other doors. I figured there's probably at least one more door. Yeah, I don't know how to open that one up. That would be more appropriate. Yeah, this Air Alaska. It can't be a -8. It looks too short. Could that be a B1900D or C? It's. I mean, I feel like it's almost a -8, but it just looks too small. That's ERA Alaska. That's technically the company that. Well, that's the one that bought. The one from Flying Alaska. I can't even remember their name. Isn't it? I believe it's the one who bought them. Apparently, the battery is still on, but even though it's off, I don't get that either. Close that door. Let's go over to FS Passenger and go ahead and end this thing. Alright, 360 nautical miles. Time airborne, hour 57:27. Flight time, 2 hours, 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Time on the ground, 11 minutes, 57 seconds. Average speed was 184.22 knots. Climb time was 12 minutes, 47 seconds. Cruise time, hour 29:03. Average cruise speed was 202.81 knots. Set time 15 minutes, 37 seconds. Landing touchdown, 195 feet, 0.38 feet a minute, which was nice. Landing pitch, only 0.02 degrees. Should have pitched up more, but we were going too fast, so I was trying to get it on the ground. Landing weight 8432, used 975 pounds of fuel, 109 on the climb, 773 on the cruise, used 521 an hour during the cruise, 92 on the descent. Uses a lot more fuel than the Titan. I really like that Titan too. Got $1,670 in tickets, 682 for the cargo. Used 542 on the fuel, 11 on the airport taxes, and 101 on insurance. So we basically the cargo takes out everything else. So we made $1,694. Yeah, $24 more. So times the 50, income was $84,700. All right, they thought we should be 100%, so we increased 1.81% to 81.92%. Got 230 points. Very nice landing 50. Perfect flight for the passengers 150. Landed to the correct airport plus 30. Nothing for the penalties. So we got the beacon and the nav on just the nick of time. We were starting her up. You can hear that electric sound like it's on. There's something on. I don't know how to get it off. Alright, but that's going to be it for this episode. I really do like this airport, Homer. Orb X. Kenai is not too far away, but like I say, I did that one last time. Well, that's what this is, Homer. So I think, yeah, go to Dutch Harbor. I can't remember if I have the scenery for that or not. Although I keep calling it Dutch Harbor. Dutch Harbor is the name of the harbor. That's what's most famous about it. I think it's a Unalaska or something like that. So hopefully that'll be pretty cool. Because I want to go to Prudhoe Bay, but Prudhoe Bay is at the very northern part of Alaska too, but we'll eventually get there. Maybe after we get to Unalaska, we'll start heading up north or something. But that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it, and I will catch you guys on the next flight.